Blue Beetle is the newest DC superhero film and follows the character of Jamie Reyes as he locates a new piece of technology that turns him into a superhero. So let's talk about Blue Beetle. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be talking about Blue Beetle. So my initial thoughts on Blue Beetle is exactly what I thought it was going to be. This movie was pretty mid and middle of the road, and it was okay. I didn't expect much from Blue Beetle, and so the things that happened in this movie kind of surprised me. There was some emotion in this movie that I wasn't expecting, and for the most part, Blue Beetle and the superhero extravaganza was done pretty well. So let's dive into the review. Even though I wasn't expecting much out of Blue Beetle, there are some things that surprised me and some things that didn't surprise me at all whatsoever. So the things that did surprise me were Blue Beetle himself as the superhero. Every time he was on screen, personally, I thought it was pretty exciting and entertaining. However, there is not a lot of him, but the action sequences were done well, and it was just fun to watch. And the other thing that I did enjoy was the family dynamic. I expected this to be in the film because the trailer was pretty much advertising this all heavily in the trailer. And in the movie, I thought it wasn't going to work, and I thought they were going to take a page out of the Shazam films, and I didn't really like the Shazam dynamic. I thought that movie was kind of lackadaisical, but I thought this family dynamic was way better than the stuff that they showed in Shazam. I cared about the family, and it felt like they really cared for each other. I think the Hispanic heritage within this family was something that really heightened this film, and I wasn't expecting that at all, and so I will give props to where it's due, so they did a good job there. There are a few things that didn't quite work with me in Blue Beetle. The first thing was that the pacing was kind of off. When you have a story that's pretty straightforward and easy to tell, you should not have pacing that struggles to keep your audience intrigued and entertained. And for me, I went to the bathroom 3 times during this movie, and I felt like I missed nothing at all. And to me, that's kind of bad when nothing is really going on and the movie is just so plain and simple that if you go to the bathroom and didn't miss anything, then there's really nothing this movie has to offer. And I went 3 times and I felt I didn't miss out on anything. Again, another thing that I had a problem with in this film is that it feels like another generic superhero movie that cannot provide anything original or do anything that these other superhero films have done. And the last thing I did want to mention is that this villain is once again generic superhero villain that offers nothing at all whatsoever. And at the end of the movie, you just go, okay, when the movie concludes with the villain. So overall, this movie has stuff to offer, but it's just not good enough to drive it home. All in all, Blue Beetle is just another generic DC superhero film. There are some things that surprised me while watching this movie within the family dynamic and the action scenes, but overall, I do not know what DC's problem is, but they cannot get it down. They've been struggling to execute a superhero film for a very long time, and Blue Beetle is another dud that doesn't do anything that any other DC superhero film has done, and I just felt it was plain and simple, and it wasn't all that great. So I'm going to give Blue Beetle a thumbs sideways. With that being said, should you go out and see Blue Beetle? My recommendation is that this movie is easily skippable. If you don't care about any of these DC superhero films or care about the character of Blue Beetle, if you skip this, you're not going to miss out. If you're a huge Blue Beetle fan, there are a couple things that you can take away, but overall, I think this movie should be skipped entirely. There are other films out right now or other movies that you can watch in general in regards to the superhero genre that are way better than Blue Beetle. There you have it. That's my review for Blue Beetle. Let me know your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it down below in the comments. If you haven't seen it, let me know what your favorite DC superhero film is in the DCEU or whatever it is now. I have zero clue what it is because it's so confusing. But for me, my take would probably either be Zack Snyder's Justice League or Man of Steel. Those are very fun and entertaining movies that I personally enjoy. But that'll do it for me. If you like this video, make sure you click that like button and consider watching another video on my channel. If you like the stuff that I do here, make sure you're subscribed. That way I can see you next time. Till then, God bless, stay safe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.